Ho, 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 ho. Made some coffee this morning. It is a dreary day outside, guys. God almighty. It is so nasty out there. All right. Need both hands for that. A little bit of sugar. Even though I probably shouldn't be eating that. Wrong side there. Grab a little bit of creamer. Just like so. Never mind my dirty dishes over there. Here we go. We had breakfast burritos last night for dinner. So there's that. Set that up there. Turn that back on. That way the old wife has hot coffee when she gets up. All right. Excuse me. Well, turn that on there. And damn, the old freezer here. We got a new freezer right there, but the old freezer is well, it's broke. Oh, okay. So 9/11, guys. Wow, September 11th already. Can't believe it's been 24 years. That's a long time. 23 years, actually. 24 years. Been a long time. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm 46 years old. That means I was 22. I was 22. Yeah. I was 22 years old when 9/11 happened. I was still in the military, stationed at Fort, well, I wasn't necessarily stationed at Fort Hood. I was at Fort Hood. I was transitioning over to, I was getting ready to go to Fort Riley, so I was transitioning to Fort Riley. So I was in between, actually. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. So yeah. Wow, man, 22 years. That's a long time. Wow, where does time go, right? Me and the wife have been together since 2003. So we've been together for 21 years. August 18th, as a matter of fact. August 18th, we actually been together 22 years. So August 18th, 22 years. We've been married for 21. Yeah, 21 years. So, yeah, time really flies. I'm trying to think of what I want to say, because 9/11 for me was a very difficult time. It really was. I remember I remember that I was asleep on my, at that point in time, my soon-to-be brother-in-law's couch, and I remember my, at that point in time, soon-to-be sister-in-law woke me up, and she's like, hey, she's like, the World Trade Center has been hit. And I was like, wow. I was like, really? And then my next thought is, no. I'm like, that's gotta be a joke. So I got up, started watching the TV, and she's, you know, she of course she had the TV on, and I was watching. I was like, that's got to be some mistake. Like something else got to be going on. Well, that was when one tower had been hit, the first tower. Not long after that, the second tower got hit, and I was like, oh shit. Okay. Well, I guess we're going to be at war soon. And what's so funny about this whole scenario is April of 2001, my unit that I was with, we went to Iraq. Or, well, we went to Kuwait. And we were there from April to August. We came back, and the unit that I'm supposed to go to actually had replaced us in Kuwait. So they were there right after 9/11. I was there before 9/11. And I didn't find out that they were there until after I had gotten up to Fort Riley and actually been assigned to that unit. But it's amazing how, you know, things kind of come together and relate to each other. 9/11 was a big wake-up call for a lot of people, especially me. I wanted nothing to do with what was next. But 2003 rolled around, September 2003 rolled around, and we went to Iraq in support of OIF. You know, I tell people about OIF, and they're like, well, what is that? Operation Iraqi Freedom, OIF? They have no idea what it is. Because they've forgotten. They've forgotten all this stuff. And we swore that we'd never forget. But we did forget. Well, some of us did. And I don't know if we just choose to do it or we just don't care no more. Probably the later. But some of us just tend to forget the important milestones in our nation's history. And you got people like Kamala Harris who say the biggest threat to our and the greatest the biggest threat and the greatest domestic terrorism or the worst terrorism in the world was January 6th. Does she not remember 9/11 and who was responsible for that? I watched the debate last night and I wasn't impressed with any of it. But there was a clear winner of that debate. Clear winner. Because she lied so much and they never fact checked her on it. Any of it. They tried to fact check Trump, but everything that they fact checked him on ended up being the truth anyways. So there's that. Now, I'm not saying that he's perfect in any way, shape, or form. But at least he's trying to keep another 9/11 from happening. I had a bad feeling about today. I don't know what it was. But I haven't had a feeling like that since I was in Iraq. But I just thought I'd, kind of share this little video with you guys. I hope everybody's doing good today. I hope everybody, has a blessed day. And God bless all the United States military and soldiers who are overseas doing their jobs and protecting this country. And yeah. All right, guys. Deuces.